Hi everyone, day one of March Madness is officially in the books, and for the most part, it went just about as expected, but I am sure that some brackets were shaken up. The top four seeds who played on day one, with their home court advantage, all advanced, but of course, there were some thrilling moments along the way. Now, I have to be honest, I've been replaying one game in my head all night, and I've got to talk about it. I even called my Davis Sports Report counterpart this morning, and she said, don't go in too hard. But we're all friends here, so you're going to get my point, right? Or maybe not. Maybe you'll tell me like her to get out of my feelings. Welcome back to Davis Sports Report. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so now. We'd love to have you join the family. And, of course, hit that like button. And feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Agree or disagree, I'm here for the conversation, so let's dive in. As I mentioned, the top four seeds gave their home crowds plenty to cheer about. Well, most of them did. UCLA took down Southern 84-46. Okay, we are all family here, so I'm going to tell you guys that I'm happy they didn't blow out this HBCU team by 50 points like some other teams did, but they did what they had to do. Southern didn't have a big to battle with Lauren Betts, so there was really nothing they could do in this game.
Does Southern play hard. They one of the top teams in the country at forcing turnovers for a reason, because they just play so hard. Their ability to sit in a stance and to sit down and guard for long periods of time is really admirable.
Baylor defeated Grand Canyon 73-60. Honestly, this game played out just about as I expected. I haven't watched Grand Canyon this year, but with their coach's name popping up as a potential replacement for a few fired coaches, I figured they'd put up a good fight. And Kentucky, who barely scraped by Liberty, winning 79-78. Here's where I get on my soapbox for a minute. Now, I'm not a diehard Kentucky fan, but I am a Georgia Amoore fan. This being her final season, I wanted to see her shine. She cooked in the first half, but in the second half, it felt like Kentucky tried to get the other players involved, and it nearly cost them the game. Yes, Coach Brooks might have been thinking ahead for future games in the event that Georgia Amoore gets shut down. But Georgia Amoore getting sent home this game? Not a plan. Also, Clara Streck fouled out in the fourth, leaving them wide open for the run by Liberty. Ohio State handled Montana State 71-51. No surprises here, just business as usual. South Carolina. Wow, what a statement. The Gamecocks absolutely dominated, winning 108-48, breaking their school record for most points in an NCAA tournament game. Coach Staley did what great coaches do and made sure all of her players got an opportunity to contribute to this win. I'm sure the Gamecock fans are very proud today.
Just want to say just congratulations to Tennessee Tech for coming to the NCAA tournament, playing their hearts out. Very well coached basketball team. Unfortunately for us, our team did what they needed to do, took care of business to advance. So I'm proud of them for that.
Duke also made a statement with an impressive 86-25 win over Lehigh. And Notre Dame took down Stephen F. Austin 106-55. At this point, it seems like everyone wanted to match South Carolina's energy and score as many points as possible. However, there was a bit of concern when Olivia Miles went down with what appeared to be an ankle sprain. Was it actually necessary for her to still be on the court? You guys let me know.
And this was the result of their effort and their energy and their preparation. I really enjoyed the entire team, scoring. I got a chance to have the entire team on the floor. That gave us incredible energy. It's great to see our walk-ons get a chance to play and score. These two led us.
And TCU handled business with a 73-51 win over Fairleigh Dickinson. Other surprising outcomes. Some games didn't go as expected. Audie Crooks and the Iowa State Cyclones were eliminated early in a tough matchup, but it was Jordan Hobbs and the freshman trio that pulled off the win, taking down last year's Cinderella team 80-74. Tough loss for Crooks, but credit to the winners. And number 10 seed Oregon took down number 7 seed Vanderbilt in overtime. What a game. My counterpart was hoping for a Michaela Blakes versus Toby Fournier freshman showdown for the next game, but I had a feeling that Oregon, led by Deja Kelly's experience, would be the team to get it done. And there's Georgia Tech. The 9th seed was easily taken out by 8th seed Richmond. This one surprised a lot of people, but honestly, it didn't surprise me. After the injury to Carnegie midseason, Georgia Tech never really regained their early season form, and this exit was swift. There's still hope for them next year, though. The team will be back with the exception of Kayla Blakeshear and Zoysia Smith. Round 1, Day 2. The triple-digit frenzy continues. Once again, the top 4 seeds cruise into the next round. But if there's one thing to take away from today, it's that this tournament has been the year of the triple digit. That's right, more teams hit the elusive triple digit on Day 2, so let's jump in and find out who. USC made quick work of UNC Greensboro, taking them down 71-25. Honestly, I was a little surprised the Trojans didn't go for the triple-digit club here. Or maybe that was the intention, but things didn't go as planned. Despite the score, they didn't have their best shooting night. Raya Marshall was 2 of 8, Kennedy Smith 0 of 7, and Avery Howell was 1 of 4 from the arc. While this win looked impressive, the Trojans will need to get their shooting on par. Ding, ding, ding. We've got a record breaker here. UConn claims the biggest blowout of the day, obliterating Arkansas State 103-34. That's a jaw-dropping 69-point spread. I'm honestly still shaking my head. Coach Auriemma made sure every player got in on the action, with every single player contributing, whether it was points or rebounds. But the true star? Azzi Fudd with a dazzling 6 3-pointers. She was on fire. Then we have Oklahoma, who handled business, defeating Florida Gulf Coast 81-58, staying solid and focused all game long. Not much of a surprise here as North Carolina takes down Oregon State. But oh man, that third quarter was pure magic. Lexi Donarski hit 5 3-pointers in a single quarter, and the crowd was electric. That sealed the deal. Final score, 70-49. What a show. And the other North Carolina team, North Carolina State, defeated Vermont 75-55, with Sanaya Rivers and Isaiah James both shaking off their injuries and scoring in the double digits. These ladies are looking real strong.
You know what the beauty of halftime is? You get another 20 minutes. But after this, you don't get another 20 minutes unless you go earn it. And you haven't earned it. You haven't even come close to earning it. If you want to earn it, you got to go out and do the things.
Now, this one was a nail-biter. Maryland was down by 2 at halftime, and fans were seriously sweating their brackets. But the Terps came out firing. Sarah Tibiasu went on an absolute tear, hitting back-to-back 3-pointers to put Maryland ahead. She finished with an impressive 6 of 8 from beyond the arc. Also, Selah Poffenberger, fresh off injury, didn't score, but she grabbed 2 rebounds in her 9 minutes of play. The final score was 82-69. And then Texas entered the triple-digit club, taking down William and Mary 105-61. Madison Booker and Kayla Oldacre both had double-doubles. The Longhorns were absolutely dominant.
And those are our aspirations. So I hope that they see that, this isn't, we're going to play Florida State Monday. And this was just preparation for that. So continue to keep that confidence. That's the biggest thing.
Any other questions for the players? We're clean online. Anybody else? One more up here, right in the middle.
Hello, Tatum Esparza, USA Today. Flau'jae and Anissa, can you guys just speak to what it means to set a program history program record for the first time in the first round, and what that means going forward for the rest of your momentum into the tournament, as well as you coming off your injury and this being the first game you played in 3 games.
Yeah, I want to say kind of for me, it was a confidence thing, just being back on the floor, kind of being a little bit in your head, but also setting the record is something nobody can ever take away from you, and that's something that is very powerful, and being able to come together as a team and accomplish that is big. I know that it was more than they scored in the national championship, so it's a momentum builder for March. So, yeah.
Sorry, media guy. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous today. I was like talking to Coach Bob. I'm like, I was looking good in practice, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'm straight, you think? So, I was nervous, I ain't gonna lie. I'm always nervous before games, but this time I was just like, I don't wanna be the odd man out. But as far as the record goes, I think it's cool, but it's like, we did that record against Caitlin Clark. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we get tougher competition, like, it's gonna feel a lot better to do things like that. But for this team right here and the momentum that we're building, it's big for us. It's big for the people that haven't been to, like, the Elite Eight and the championship game. So for me, my mind is always like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like for all our players that never got to experience this, Lily getting to slap the LSU on the board, we set a record, like, it's beautiful, and it's a dope part of the game to be able to make history, especially for LSU.
One more question in the back for the players. Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, what's with the kisses? Both of y'all were blowing kisses tonight.
Oh, I be blowing kisses to the student section. And my boyfriend was there, so I just to the student section. Because they always come out and turn up. Who you be blowing kisses to?
No comment.
And the final game of the night, LSU. And they, too, joined the triple-digit party, smashing San Diego State 103-48. I mean, come on. The Tigers were firing on all cylinders. Flau'jae Johnson, recently back from an injury, dropped 22 points. And Anissa Morrow got her usual double-double. These Tigers are a force to be reckoned with. Now, there were 2 surprising upsets worth talking about. 10th seed South Dakota shocked 7th seed Oklahoma State. Remember, the Jackrabbits only recently cracked the AP Top 25, and they showed us why. Oklahoma State was looking good at the halftime, but the Meyer sisters and Madison Mathiewicz turned up the intensity after the break. South Dakota dominated on the boards, despite only having 2 3-pointers. But Haley Timmer can get hot from beyond the arc, so don't sleep on this team. Then there's the 9th seed Mississippi State, who took down 8th seed California in a low-scoring affair, 59-46. Iona Crimilli had an off night, shooting just 2 of 14 from the field and 2 of 10 from the 3. Not her usual self. But credit to Mississippi State, who also had some struggles on the offense. Mississippi State will need to step it up for the next round, that's for sure. Now we've got round 2 kicking off later today with 32 teams moving on. Here's a quick peek at the matchups. From Spokane 1, UCLA will host Richmond. Ole Miss versus Baylor. Florida State will face off against LSU in Baton Rouge, and this will be quite a game. And Michigan State will face North Carolina State. Spokane 4, Southern California will host Mississippi State. Kansas State versus Kentucky. In Kentucky, you better get it together if you don't want to lose at home. Also, Iowa will face Oklahoma, and South Dakota will face UConn. Birmingham 2, South Carolina versus Indiana. Alabama will face Maryland. West Virginia will face North Carolina, and Duke will host Oregon. Birmingham 3, Texas will host Illinois. Tennessee will face Ohio State, and this will be another good game. Michigan will be playing Notre Dame, and Louisville will be facing TCU. These will be much better matchups, and I'm sure we will all be watching our brackets to see who will be upset and who will make it to the Sweet 16. But for now, on our leaderboard for round 1, and the number 1 spot is held by Don't Mess With K, and we've got a whole bunch of you tied for 3rd. It is still anyone's game. That's a wrap for day 2 and all of round 1. I want to know, what are your thoughts? Did round 1 go as expected, or did some surprises wreck your bracket? And how are you feeling about your team's performance so far? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.